If I woke up to an eviction notice taped on my door, the same week my main homegirl decided she wasn't my homegirl no more. If I felt the walls closing in, pressure turning up the heat, my soul will stay quiet.
Hello, Scorpio. Okay, well, okay, wow, just wow. Okay, um, Scorpio, you have the Hermit next to the reversed Tower. So you know what? Are you going through a transitional phase? From like a destabilizing event that forced you to retreat? Because you got the Hermit here next to the Tower reversed. So it's almost like whatever happened here, it's like it caused you to retreat and just kind of go into your own world to find answers, to just go within, which is really, I mean, it's really good to go within. And sometimes, you know, when you have a Tower event, it's like you're forced to, right? Like we need to do that. It's like, you know, you have the Nine of Cups here next to the Page of Cups reversed. So it's like you're trying to keep a happy face, but you're plagued by external competition and like a need to defend your now weakened position. So you must have been like in a higher position, and now it's like you either feel like you're in a weak position now due to what took place here. No, you're just literally were put into, yeah, this caused you to go into like a, what you would consider a weaker position. Okay. And financially just came to me. Even though I don't have like pentacles here, that's just what came. So we'll pull more in a minute. But I can see here that your guidance, though, your guidance is to not avoid harsh truths, okay, and not try to manage chaos. But instead, just, you know, use your personal power to build new, stronger structures for your life. You know, when you try to control chaos, that's like, okay, put it this way. Can you stop a volcano from erupting? No, you can't. You cannot stop a volcano from erupting. It's going to erupt whether you like it or not. And the sulfur and the rock, it's going to land where it may. Okay? And that is what I see here. You cannot control this. Okay? Let it just happen. Because you don't have a choice. But yeah, but it's happening for your good, because your last card is the Magician. And that's why it's saying here, you have a personal power within you, okay, to build a new and a stronger and better foundation for your life. I mean, even though it's painful, I know it's painful. I mean, there's no way that a volcano can't be painful, especially when it touches you, right? And touches those inner parts of oneself that is so vulnerable and and just brings all the truth and the emotions and everything up to that surface, to where you have no choice but to feel it in its totality. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Let's see what signs you might be dealing with. Okay, we'll start here. Okay, Scorpio. Oh, I'm looking at real love. Okay, so we have real love. Okay, well, let's get our signs out. Okay. Okay, Mercury. There isn't any communication with... Okay, well, we'll look deeper, but there's no communication here. I see a lack of communication. Scorpio could be dealing with a Taurus, or someone has Taurus in their chart. You may have Taurus in your chart. Okay. But there isn't communication with this individual here, Scorpio. Or not proper. Okay, not proper communication. You could be a Taurus sun sign. And you may even have thought this person was your sun, like your happiness, you know. But there were lessons that had to be learned in this relationship. The fire's out. The fire's gone. Okay, within here. Yeah, and there's like a lack of action as well. And, yeah, emotions came to the surface. Or they're on high. And we have Gemini reversed. And then we have Cancer. Okay. You may have dealt with someone that was two-faced possibly as well. And crabby. That's what came to me. Two-faced and possibly crabby even. Okay. All right. Maybe you thought this was real love. Maybe you're looking for a divinity, possibly even. Like a divine, real, true, authentic love. Ah. Those cards fall. Okay, but you're moving on. You have to move on now. Okay. So this must have been part of that event. You're moving on to find a nice guy. You're moving on to the nice guy. Or you're moving on, you want to be a nice guy. Hold on here. I'll spread these cards out the way I want them here. Someone was trying to put a death to a relationship, to a true love relationship. Okay. A true love relationship with a female that's actually just moving on now. Well, that's sad. Yeah. This earth angel, she's looking more to find a nice guy. Scorpio, you could be a male because we do have the Emperor out here. Okay. Yeah, you may be feeling abandoned, or you feel like you abandoned somebody else. Like you abandoned true love. And there was a death to it. Yeah, and now this feminine that you abandoned is moving on to a nice guy because this person is an earth angel. This is, really, this is a person, this is a good person. And she's also, like wearing a cross necklace. So she could, an earth angel, well, that's someone that's more on the spiritual side of things and does good. And this true love was obviously ended. Yeah. Yeah, but this individual has faith that the nice guy, there will be a nice guy, Yeah. Well, Scorpio, what was your tower here? Maybe you didn't trust this person. Maybe you didn't trust this person that is actually of high honor. It's kind of, yeah, because of your family. A family that isn't a very good family. I'm sorry, but they came out reverse. So, I mean, that's sad. Kind of, maybe they didn't like this person's occupation. But this person is a sweetheart. This individual's a sweetheart. Yeah, your family abused this person. Okay, Scorpio. Yeah. It was trying to cause confusions and illusions and, yeah, maybe some rich girl was trying to do this with money. She wanted a marriage commitment. This reminds me of the Cancer. Were you just being an ice king here? Like just being icy to this person? Yeah. Okay. No. They gave you a block of ice for your drink. To complement that cold heart. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. What else do we have? Okay. So, let's get the tea, Scorpio. Should we get the tea? Oh. This person might... Someone needs someone's help now. Someone may be needing somebody's help. Scorpio, do you need someone's help now? We have poverty, so what the heck happened here? Okay. I think someone, look, if you have an online platform or anything, like if you're on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, someone is fishing for comments. They're going through all your comments. Gosh. All right. Oh, this person's in legal issues. They have, court, judges, immigration, lawyers. Yeah, they're in a court case. And I think that court case is what's putting them in poverty. It's putting someone in poverty. Who's it putting in poverty? Capricorn. Capricorn, Sagittarius. And they're both reversed. Aries reversed. Oh, and this isn't little either. This is a pretty big chunk being lost. We got Cancer again. Wow, okay. Whew. Yeah, someone was using like scarcity tactics towards you, Scorpio. Okay, just an FYI. Yeah. Yeah. Someone here though is too busy winning. This, who's too busy winning is, I can find it. Oh. Oh, I put the cards back in the deck. Sorry. Okay, someone's hustling, making it rain, focused on money and getting it. Okay. So now someone is hustling for money, and that's the person that's too busy winning. So that's the person that doesn't have anything to do with this court case, this legal issue. It's the Earth Angel person. Someone's intimidated also by this person that's winning and hustling. Yeah. And so someone here, like, they're losing money and stuff, but they're like fake flexing though and pretending like they're acting like they're rich, they're acting like they have money and showing off, but really they're just all played out. Okay. And this person's also a happiness hater, doesn't like to see other people happy, which is really sad. That means that, if someone can't be happy for another individual, then they are really just someone that really lacks self-confidence big time. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what else we have. Karma releasing. Yeah, karma is being served here. Scorpio, I feel like karma is being served to you. Okay? Because I feel like you're a male Scorpio. You are an emperor. Well, was. You're upside down. You're reversed. So this means that like you've been put in a lower position than what you were. Okay? You can have Scorpio heavy in your chart. You don't even have to be an actual Or you could be a Scorpio ascendant even. Okay? But karma is releasing. Move beyond drama. Create your own path and make room for good energy. Yeah. Okay, so that's what you're being asked to do, Scorpio. You know, okay, so you may be going through some karma. Okay, the volcano erupted, right? Okay, it was a given. It was going to do that. Okay, and it's just because there's karma that has to be served, because there's lessons that have to be learned. You have Saturn out here. And but now, listen, now though you are the magician, Scorpio, now you can actually create the life you want. Okay, because you can move beyond the drama now. Like, you can create your own path and just make room for just good energy. I mean, that's so your overall end is, I mean, it's good, because it's just showing you that even if you don't feel like it right now, it's showing you literally, yes, you do have the willpower. You can create that new structure of life that you want. It's in you. It's right here. And this is just stating that, hey, you know what? There was some karma that had to be released, that you had to go through, okay? And now you can move beyond that and create your own life. Voice of truth. Stand strong and focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Okay. So this, Scorpio, if you're a male Scorpio, you also too, you could have been persecuted, or you persecuted someone else or took part in it. Okay, you're going to know better than I am, because it isn't giving me any more information on who. But we have quite a few signs out here, you know. We've got the Gemini, we got the Sag. We got the Aries. Yeah. So someone here definitely was persecuted. We got the Taurus. Okay. Yeah, the last thing you want to do is go around persecuting people. It's like, who do people think they are to do that? Because that means that they're trying to put someone in the position they want them in, and not the position that they are supposed to be in. You know? That's like, yeah, you know, no one should be persecuting anyone. No one has that authority to do so. And by persecuting someone, you could literally be stripped of your title, because that's unrighteous. The righteous don't persecute. Okay? They don't do that. So that means that whoever was persecuting was in the wrong. Okay? You know, and whether you like it or not, Scorpio, I mean, the truth is out. It is what it is. It's right here. Okay? Yeah. Okay, we have retreat here, and we have unrequited love. So someone here is retreating, and this was unrequited love as well, Scorpio. Okay? And pay attention to the red flags as well. Let go of control issues. Yeah. Don't try to control anything. You can't control a volcano. When the tower hits, that's it. You have to allow the tower to fall. It is what it is. Yeah, someone was persecuted here for their beliefs. There were religious factors. There's a difference in beliefs here. But that doesn't make it okay to persecute another individual. That's like trying to set yourself up as God, like you decide. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Paul in the New Testament. Remember, his name was Saul, and he was a Pharisee, wasn't he? Yeah, I believe he was raised as a Pharisee. And they were raised to, kill off anyone that wasn't in their belief system, okay, that claimed God. And so he was out killing the true Christians. And he heard a voice. He was on a horse on his way to, kill off more Christians, and the Lord blinded him and knocked him off his horse and said, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? Because if you persecute the Christians, you're persecuting Christ. But he didn't recognize it. He thought that what he was doing was right, because that's how he was raised. When you're raised and you're brainwashed into that, that's what you think, that he was raised that way. And anyway, so God chose Saul, and who he later named as Paul. He chose him to be his servant. And the reason being is because he saw in him the drive for God, even though he did not know God. He did not know the true way. So God showed him. He showed him. And so then Paul, was one of the most greatest men of followers of Christ. He became that. So it's really a truly amazing story. To me, it is a miracle. Absolutely. God created that miracle. He saw the drive that Saul had for him. Okay, he just didn't know exactly. Saul just didn't know exactly what it was. Okay, what that truth really was, until God opened his eyes, right? Yeah. So, there you have it. And he literally did have his eyes open. He had a prophet put salve on his eyes to remove the blindness, But anyway, I feel like that was just kind of a metaphor also, even though it really happened. It was also a metaphor of, hey, now Saul, who's now Paul, sees the truth of the true way of righteousness, and that it is love, and love doesn't persecute. Love does not persecute. Okay. So, so this Scorpio, probably a Scorpio ascendant. I feel possibly a Scorpio ascendant here. Maybe an Aries with a Scorpio ascendant here. Okay. Yeah. You may have Pisces in your chart as well. Okay. Capricorn, devilish energies. Could be a Capricorn around. Aries. Like I said, we got Aries. Yeah, I have Aries out here twice. Okay. And this is a Scorpio. Could be an Aries rising. You could be a Scorpio with an Aries rising, or vice versa, with Pisces in the chart. Yeah. Yep. Doesn't matter what your beliefs are. Doesn't matter what your religious beliefs are. You don't persecute people. If you understand the Bible, if you understand that, unless you change those ways and repent, well, you aren't even going to see heaven according to the Bible. So reread. Go back, reread, and see the truth for what it is. You know, the cards say here that, you know, you're going to be forced to go within yourself. Well, why don't you go within yourself to see this? Unless this is vice versa, Scorpio. Unless you were the one that was persecuted, okay? But if you're the one that was persecuting someone due to their religious differ, I'm not even going to say it. And just let the Most High, let the volcano erupt. Okay. Oh, you know what just came to me? The person that was persecuting this other person due to their different beliefs, you don't even live accordingly to the Bible. And for one, you persecute people, but you don't live you have no ground to stand on. So no wonder that you're being put in a lower position. I mean, what position did you hold in the hierarchy? Did you hold a position in the hierarchy and then got put at a lower level? Refinement. Okay. Okay, continuance. Apples would be good for you right now. Okay. You know. And learn positivity. And you know, I'm not trying to come down on anybody. I'm just saying the truth for what it is. The truth is written. It is what it is. I can't change it. No one can change it. No persecutor can change it. The truth stands. Okay? If you say you believe in the Most High God, the truth, you can't, the truth stands. Even if you don't believe in the Most High God, the truth, regardless, truth stands. Truth will always stand. Let's say you don't believe in God. Well, truth still stands. The truth is the truth. Truth overrides untruths. It is what it is. I don't know. You know, it's like, I feel like people that persecute others, it's like they think that they can just override, or like they're extra special somehow. Yeah, no one's extra special. Okay, you'll be judged accordingly. It'll be a sad day in hell for the ones that are like, but Lord, it's me, but it's me. For Jesus to say, away from me, I never knew you. Yeah, that's gonna be a great bundle right there. What's gonna happen to? You know, it just shows the pride and the arrogance. That's what it shows. Okay, a blessing on your love. Yeah, okay. If you live in the way of love, blessings will indeed come. A blessing to find your way. Yeah. So, you know what? A blessing on a homecoming. Someone is coming around, okay? Someone is coming back around for somebody. Someone's coming home, and that will be a blessing, okay? It'll be a blessing for you to find your way as well. And it will be a blessing for you as you allow yourself to love, okay? Yeah. And it'll be a blessing for you to have a fresh start as well. Yeah, absolutely. Opening, feeling ready to share your heart again. Well, that's good. That is good. Someone's ready to share their heart again. I feel like it's the person that was persecuted. Because I don't feel like that person felt like being open and sharing their heart because they were, they were wronged. That's what I'm getting here too. I don't know. Some things I just don't get. Okay, freedom. Someone will definitely be free here. Absolutely love it. Yeah, no standing still. No standing still. No loss of opportunities. Someone wants to come in and kiss someone's butt now. Basically say they're sorry. So Scorpio, somebody here wants to come in and say they're sorry. Okay? I feel like it's the Emperor. So, this could be vice versa, Scorpio. Okay, but someone really did wrong someone here due to their religious beliefs. Their beliefs are just different in some way, okay? Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Don't you love it? That is awesome. Let me read that again, Scorpio. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Oh my gosh. I love that. That is awesome. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Oh, I love that too. Stop. Gosh, love it. Victory. Victory is here. Nice. We need victory. Someone's sorry for persecuting another person. Okay? Someone is... Well, it doesn't say they're sorry, but if they want to come in with flowers and, be like, yeah, something happened there, right? Yeah, the thinking woman. It's gonna put this other person. It's gonna put the person that was persecuted, the person that was wrong. It's gonna put them in their thinking. Person's gonna be up in their head now. What? What? The keeper of the scales, fairness and balance. Things are going to be balanced out. Things are going to be made fair. Yep, because we have the scales here. Libra energy. Well, very good. Scorpio is looking good overall. Okay? We all go through tower moments in our life that we don't have control of, but hey, it's all good in the end. I'll see you later, okay? I'll see you next week, Scorpio. Bye.
No, I can't be beat. They whisper and she finished. They praying for my fall, but what they can't see is the one who's in my corner. I might look alone in the physical, but in the spirit I got rings. Angels on assignment every time I fade back. So let the ground shake, let the sky fall down, let the wolves come hunting, let them bark and bark. My foundation's solid, my protection's divine. This peace I'm feeling, girl, it ain't even mine. God got me, set traps in my path, thought they had me for sure. But my steps are ordered, I'm walking through every door. They plotted in the darkness, scheme behind closed doors. But God turned the evil into my blessing, now I'm getting more. So I smile through the storms, I praise through the pain. Cause every attack just reminds me of his holy name. They can't understand why I'm still standing